I also feel a great responsibility for my little daughter, who is 6 years old. I remember the moment when I first saw her tiny hands when she was a newborn baby, holding her tiny fingers, made me realize how vulnerable she is in this world. I realize that I am essentially the only person who can protect her. She came into this harsh world full of injustice and violence. And she doesn't know anything about it yet. But she relies on my protection. I am the only one who can protect her in this world and provide her with safety. And now, during our conversation in the studio, I realize how many of these little vulnerable ones who have just opened their eyes and cannot protect themselves perish in climate catastrophes every year. It's so unfair. I realized that their parents would have wanted to protect them too, but couldn't. And I can't imagine what such parent is going through. I want to candidly share with you that for a while, I had the illusion that I could protect her from all of the troubles in this world. I told myself that I will work tirelessly, no days off, to give my little girl the opportunity to study well, dress nicely, eat healthy food, and be healthy, warm, and comfortable. I told myself that I will go to great lengths to provide her with a better life, better than I had in my childhood. I was firmly resolved that my life's central creed will be to protect her, to shield her from any violence, lies, deceit, cruelty, and all problems. I will do everything to ensure that she lives and enjoys life. And you know, for a while, I believed that I was succeeding and that I was a good mother because I was doing everything in my power for my daughter's well-being. But that was precisely until the moment when I learned about the situation that is happening with our planet's climate right now, about how our planet is facing unprecedented challenges and climate disasters continue to intensify. With each passing day, the likelihood of encountering a powerful catastrophe increases. I realize that ruthless natural forces could strike both me and my daughter at any moment. That's when I asked myself, will I be able to protect her? Okay. And with her, I realized I might not be able to. I asked myself, how can I be a good mother if I don't care about my own daughter's future? If I remain silent about climate threats, I understood that to ensure a safe future for her, I needed to strive for science and our scientists to solve this climate problem. to stop this external force that affects the core of our planet and trigger natural disasters. I felt that I could make a difference, you know? And as soon as I realized this, I found hope. I started recording videos, talking to everyone I know, my friends, my family, at work. I understood that this was exactly what we needed to do. But you know what I encountered later? That on the path to my daughter's safety, on the path to her safe and happy future that I try so hard to secure for her, some unexpected people are standing in the way. It's those among you who remain silent, who don't believe and do nothing. I apologize for being too direct. Unfortunately, that's the reality. I understand that we can only generate a global response to this problem by creating a global demand. This means that every person in the world must express their opinion, their request, their demand that we must save the lives of our children. The more heartless people there are who remain silent about the actual climate progression, the greater the threat to our children's life. This means that because of those heartless people who stay quiet, my child, just like yours, can die at any moment in another climate catastrophe. As a mother, how should I react to this? What should I do? I ask myself, how could I convince you to speak the truth about climate change? How could I persuade you to not remain silent? How could an ordinary person like me convince you to save our children? Your children. And I realized that I can do something. I can simply ask for it. Because we're all human beings. We all know pain, sorrow, right? You know, there are times when a child is sick and desperate parents start fundraising for their treatment. I don't need fundraising because thank God my daughter, she's healthy. But she lives in a world that is fatally ill. And I just want to ask you, save my little girl. Give this world a chance to survive. Tell your friends, acquaintances, and colleagues about what is really happening with the climate. Tell them about climate progression and help draw the attention of the media and the public to this issue. And right now, I'm asking you to do this not just for one child, not just for my daughter, but for every child in this world, for every child's heart that is still beating. All the children in the world are ours. The responsibility to protect them lies with us, the adults, with me and you, with each and every one of us. One wise man once said, when you come to God and tell him that you lived your life as a good person, trying to protect your child, then God will ask you, what about my other children? Why didn't you protect them? They're all my children. And as a mother, I ask you to contemplate these words of this wise man. There's no such thing as other people's children.